What's up, guys? Today I'm be going over EMAs and clouds. So basically, you guys see this line, right? You guys are like, what the fuck is this line? So what an EMA is basically is just a line that kind of gets like the average of however much it is. So if it's like a EMA 9, so it'll get like the average 9 candles of like the 10-minute, or say if you're like on the 5-minute, it'll get the average 9 candles of the 5-minute, and it kind of makes like this line. The EMAs I personally use is the 9, then the 21, and the 200. So right now I don't have them set up, but I have them like that because I wanted to show you guys how to set them up. So basically on TradeView, you kind of open, all right, you open your TradeView and then you go on indicators, and then you look up EMA. And then you're going to see this option that says moving average exponential. So you're going to hit this 3 times. Um, and yeah, once you hit it 3 times, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 3 of them. And right here you have your EMA9 close, EMA9 close, EMA9 close. So the way you get your 21 and the 200 is actually get one of these. So your 9 is already there, but get go to the settings, and then right here you have your style and you got your input. So then right here you're gonna change this 9 to 21, and you hit OK, and then boom, you have this other line. And then you go on this other one, you have your length, change it to 200, 200, and then boom, you have this other line. Me personally, I have my 9 as green and my 21 as red, so you could change it however else you want. I kind of have it like that to kind of color match my thing. And then I leave the 200 at purple because I don't know, I don't know. Doesn't really matter the colors, but yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how to use these EMAs and stuff like that, and how I use them like when I'm in the trades. Um, but yeah, so you guys know I play off a range and stuff like that. I play off like basically this kind of type of setup. When I don't see a setup, in the morning I play something like this, which will be the high and which will be the low right here. And then I catch like these like little kind of like reversals or rejections. So right here we kind of see our lines and stuff like that. We see our 9. If we're above our 9 and our 21, we're in an uptrend. We can hold our trading position to the upside. However, if we're underneath it, right here, we come underneath it, we could hold a trade position to the downside. So this kind of keeps your eye on like what trading trend we're playing. Um, it'll be the downside if we're under these lines, and it'll be the upside if you're above these lines. And how do you actually enter in these? I actually kind of enter in like on these little crossings, right? Once we cross, that's when we're flipping sides. Right here, we're kind of down, and then once we cross, then that's when we're switching sides. I personally use the crossings like when I'm day trading. I'll use it on the 10-minute, and you could also get like a more accurate response on the 15-minute. But I kind of use the 10-minute, um, mainly because yeah. And you could also do like EMA um, bounces. So let's say right here, we're above our 9 and we want to get like a quick scalp. We pull back down and then you enter on the EMA, have your stop loss kind of like and like that, kind of close on your 9, and then you could probably target the higher day. I personally don't do this, but like when I look into some entries, or I don't know, if you're trying to do like EMA riding, you could kind of take like a trade like that, take some quick scalps, all that. As long as this candle does not close above the 9, you can stay in the trade. Obviously, you can see that we're um, kind of like getting weaker, weaker, weaker. Right here, it looks like we were about to cross, but kind of price picked up a little bit, and we kind of still rode the trend. Right here, price gets weaker. Right here, we were trying to cross, but yeah, price kept going up. And right here, this is where we actually crossed, and right here, we're kind of just like neutral. So yeah, that's the way you could use these EMAs, but I use EMAs as a confluence, as like another way to kind of take my trade. Um, so say right here, I spot like these like little movements of when um we come down, right? We miss this downside, and I'm like, damn, boohoo. Um, one thing we could do is basically, oh, yeah, if you're also trying to catch the downside, you could catch this EMA crossing, and then you could wait on like a pullback, wait on the pullback, kind of set like your risk to reward something like this. So your risk to reward kind of close above the cross, and you're gonna be basically losing very minimal. And then again, the 200 is the same thing. If you're under the 200, then you're downtrending. But I don't be focused too much on the 200. Um, but yeah, say price kind of comes down, and this is where like I kind of wait for price to kind of just stop, like coming down, and I kind of wait for price to kind of just show some movement to the upside. Right here we kind of stop. Right there we kind of move up. We get above our 9, right? We're like getting above our 9. We have this fair value gap. I probably didn't upload a video of what fair value gaps are, but those who know what a fair value gap is, then yeah, we have this fair value gap right here, right? And right here, I'll be trying to play the upside. And if anything, if we reject, then I'll play the downside. But yeah, I have this range, and I'll get the median of the range. So the median of the range will be kind of like right here. Probably not the perfect median, but yeah. So a way I'll enter the upside is if we inverse this fair value gap, and if we can hold this median of the range, then that will be like the break of structure, and then we continue to hold our trade to the upside. Right here, we kind of did inverse our fair value gap, and right here we do go above our 9. Right here we're above our 21. So this is actually like something where you could stay in the trade for longer and then go to the upside. And then right here we did come down. Right, my fault. I'm sorry. I was talking to my lame brother. But yeah, right here we did go above. Right here we can see our emails are trying to cross. So right here, this is like a good trade. We could hold this trade for even longer since we entered right here. Um, entered right here, and then right here we kind of did drop, but we didn't close our on our EMAs. And this is better on the 10-minute or the 15-minute. But yeah, right here you can hold this trade for longer, and then we're above our EMAs. Right here we actually get the cross. So once you get this cross, it's a really good sign to stay in your position. And then right here you could just EMA ride. You could EMA ride. We get above our 200, and once you're above your 200, then you're basically set. This trade actually ended up really good. I actually kind of rode this trade like twice. I kind of entered in here, took profits here, and then re-entered again like on this pullback right here. Basically trying to EMA ride, and then we got above our 200, and then I took on profits like above here too. And then this is basically a good trade when you're trying to follow the upside. Obviously, don't be using like the EMAs. How like sometimes you see like the crosses and stuff like that. You could see a cross like right here to the downside, and you could take a quick scalp. Obviously, I use EMAs as like another confluence and stuff like that. Basically, um, it's not like a whole strategy in general. I use EMAs like as another like indicator. Like what these indicators are like meant to be used for is to kind of help you. Um, right here, it kind of helped me to basically hold my trade for longer and all that stuff. Obviously, I use other confluences too. So basically, the median of my range, we held this median. So median, like the fuck, we basically broke a structure here. So we went from a downtrend to an uptrend. We broke a structure of this downtrend, and we continued to basically flip. And right here we have our low, and we have our high. And right here I have my target to basically target the high. And yeah, I use other confluences too, not just EMAs. You're gonna have to try using EMAs with like other confluences too. Don't be using the EMAs like just like that. But say, let's say, I could try making like another confluence, or I could give you guys another example of what I mean. But yeah, say right here on the daily, we were kind of having like this little recession scare, right? We kind of dropped down, and unless we go under a 200, I would be playing downside. But since we didn't go under a 200, we actually kind of went above. We kind of bounced off our 200, and we continued to the upside. Obviously, this 200 EMAs, if you're above your 200 EMA, we're obviously in an uptrend. This is an obvious uptrend on the daily. But if we're like on our like a 10, we can see 200 EMA, we were on the uptrend here, and then we kind of just calmed down, and we're just like under 200 and stuff like that. The 200 is like the daddy of like it's like the mother of like what the fuck we're doing. It kind of holds like the structure of your trend. So right here is like the daddy of your trend. Um, we're holding this uptrend, and then we kind of go above our to under our 200, and then we're just like having this downtrend and stuff like that. And then another thing you guys could also use are basically these Ripster clouds. So these Ripster clouds, I used to use them, but I don't use them that much anymore because they kind of like burn my screen. But if these help you, it's also pretty good as well. So right here you have your green cloud. The stronger the green cloud, the stronger the trend. The weaker the cloud starts getting, the weaker your trend starts getting. Um, right here we have like the cloud kind of being weak, 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 be weak, weak, and then it starts getting big and big. That means it's strong. But once it starts getting weak and it starts turning red, then that's when you're like on a downtrend. And the blue is basically like the daddy. It's like the bounce right here. We kind of bounce on our blue cloud again, bounce on our blue cloud, bounce on our blue cloud, bounce on our blue cloud, bounce, bounce, bounce. But then once the blue cloud starts getting like smaller and tiny, it starts turning into a brown cloud, which is like a shit cloud. Um, and then yeah, we kind of reject this brown cloud a little bit. Um, yeah, we kind of stay under our brown cloud and stuff like that. And then we kind of switch it back to blue and stuff like that. Yeah, it's very simple how to use these um, clouds and stuff like that. Obviously, if we go on our daily, we're gonna be green. Right there, we have a big green cloud and like a semi-red cloud. But yeah, that's basically a video how to use like these EMAs and stuff like that. Um, very simple and like very easy. Use this as like another confluence, and yeah.